Holy buckets. Look at that. I think we got about almost an inch of rain. Holy cow. Hey, good morning. Morning, guys. Hey B, what are you doing up there in the A? Hey, good morning everybody. This is Organic Dairyman and welcome to my channel today. Today is Monday, June 29th, and hope your day is going great today so far, or I hope you had a great day. My day is going pretty good. As you can see, we got a shot of rain last night. We got 1 inch, exactly 1 inch of rain earlier this morning. So that was a good thing. And yeah, it was unexpected. It was not even supposed to rain last night. Matter of fact, I checked the weather last night not too long before I went to bed, and it showed a 0% chance of rain. So shows you how wrong the weather people were, but I'm glad they were wrong. I'm very pleased and very happy because we needed this rain. So yes, so 1 inch of rain exactly. So it made some puddles, and I don't know, I was getting kind of worried there. My worrying level was way up here, now it went way down. So I'm happy. And yeah, so what is on the agenda for today? Well, first thing, we gotta get the cows milked here, and then the plan is to go and try to get the 8-row Glencoe cultivator hooked up, because the one field that's 12 miles here from the farm needs to get cultivated. Probably, depending on how much rain they got over there, because that's 12 miles from here. I don't know how much rain they got over there, because I don't know. I checked, it was earlier this morning. I got woke up by it, so I checked the weather when it started raining out. When I heard it, I heard a big crackling of thunder, and the radar, I don't know why, it must have been a small cell or something, because it didn't show up on the radar. So I don't know why it didn't show up. Unless it was just like, it was just so small I didn't get an echo off the radar or whatever. But one small cell dumped an inch here. Anyways, I don't know what happened. 12 miles from here. So we'll probably get the cultivator hooked up, and maybe we'll just have to drive over there and check that field. So, and if we get a chance to here too, I got to work at the silage cutter. I got to get those knives adjusted here too, so if we get time to do that. So we'll see what else comes up here today. See what else happens and go from there. And I know some people are wondering about the silo yet. Well, while we do the milking here and everything, I'll let you watch. I recorded something on Saturday the 27th, so you can go back and watch that, or not go back and watch it, but you can watch that here shortly after I get done here. So go ahead and watch that, and you'll see how the silo turned out. So I'll catch back up with you guys later. Whoa. Okay guys, as you can see, I I just crawled into the silo here, and I am going to work on this thing here. If I could get my wrong light. This thing here is the ring, the brush, or where the brushes go in here. The brush holder thing for the electricity, because obviously you can't have the cord go straight down to the motor down there, otherwise it would wrap up and twist around here. So anyways, I have to take this thing off here and look in here and see what's wrong. I just talked to the guy, the silo repair guy, about it, and he told me kind of what to do and look for, and I'm going to send him some pictures, and then we'll determine from that if I need a new thing, and if I need a new thing, I'll have to go and you can get a used one or a rebuilt one, which I would probably prefer to get a rebuilt one. So anyways, I'm gonna get that thing off. He said it's not too hard to get off. I think there's 4 3/8 bolts. Lift this whole thing off and look in there. If you smell a burnt smell, it's pretty much toast. So I'll set you guys up over here and we'll do a little time-lapse video, and then we'll see what we find when we get it apart. Okay, as you can see, I got the thing apart here, and let me show you what I found out. I found out, if you can get that right, the shadow, there we go. That brush and that brush there has some burn marks on it, some burnt spots. And that one is a little bit bad, but it's up here. That these things here, that one guide up here, that one's got some pitting on it. So yeah, that's how you transfer the juice from here to the motor. So I don't know, I sent a text message to the silo repair guy and see what he says back. Sent him some pictures of it, and I don't know, I personally think maybe a guy could just clean it up with some emery cloth and maybe it would be fine. I don't know. I did notice too that these brushes are a little bit sticky, so I don't know if a guy puts a little bit of lube on that would help. I'm guessing that maybe these brushes, you know, unless they're wore down too far, and these here have a lot more spring to it. But you know, maybe it's reaching the end of its life. You know. It seems like these don't protrude up as high as the other ones do. The springs could be a little bit rusty in there too, and that could be part of the problem, but you know, I could try putting some lube on it, see what happens, but I'll see what the silo repair guy says. Okay, I took some emery cloth, cleaned up the brushes, cleaned up the contact plate that the brushes, or the contact rings that the brushes go on. So I'm going to give it a try and see how it goes. So here's nothing. See what happens. Nothing. Oh. I'm going to have to check something else here and see. Okay, let's give this another try. I forgot to plug the cord in right up there. Oh my god. Am I forgetful or what? I can't believe I forgot that. So now, let's give it a try. Ah! It works! I fixed it. Oh. I was gonna go let the cows out to the pasture there, and I just forgot. I just remembered that I forgot to plug it in, so whew. Oh man. So it works. Okay, well, the silo is fixed. Well, what's this, guys? Is this the napping tractor? Everybody likes to take naps on the tractor here, huh? Well, you guys better move, because I'm going to be starting this thing up here in a little bit. Okay, so I guess as you guys have probably seen by now, you saw that I got the silent loader working, and you know, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and I'm just glad I saved some money doing that job. So yeah, so I'm glad that's done. Now I can use that as a silo. Speaking of the silo, I'm just getting ready here. I just got done feeding the milk cows. I'm gonna load for the young stock here, and then we'll probably try to work at seeing if we get that 8-row Glencoe cultivator hooked up to the TG210. And as far as cultivating corn, we're gonna have to go over to that one field and see how much rain they got before we can go over there and try cultivating it, because we don't know. We gotta see how the conditions are. But man, you could just tell that corn already looks better. And we get some nice warm weather, that corn is just gonna grow right up. It's gonna shoot up quickly, because that was the only limiting factor for that corn growing was the lack of moisture. I think a lot of it was the roots just kept going down and down and down, and the top wasn't growing very much because the roots kept going deeper to try to hit moisture. So hopefully we get some good, good growing degree days here, and see what it just make it grow really fast. So anyways, I better get going here with this job, and then we'll see how things play out here. Okay, I'm out here in the machine shed, and we're gonna get ready to put this tractor. We're gonna unhook this from the cultivator, and my brother, he's gonna go up on top of the hill, and the cultivator still has John Deere style tips on it, so he's gonna go up there and take those tips off, and he's gonna go to town and get some regular Pioneer tips that we'll plug in here. So what the deal is here is we want to use the quick hitch to hook up the cultivator, because when we had the 4840, that thing had a quick hitch on there, but the problem was with it, we couldn't get it to lock. And when you're cultivating, you don't want a lot of side to side motion. This one here, we can lock it, so we could adjust it better. So we want to obviously leave the quick hitch on, so we can unhook it and hook it up quickly. So anyways, but we need to have these things, because you got to have, I think you have to have these. We'll have to see for sure, but maybe that won't fit in there. Oh yeah, it fits. This one might be too big. Oh yeah, that fits in there. But you gotta have that, so that way, it might not matter. We'll see here once we get it hooked up here, but I gotta get the cutter unhooked here and go from there. Okay, I could already see here backing up to this thing that I'm gonna have to make some adjustments. I can't get the top link to go in here. I gotta take this bolt here, and that's gotta go down to that hole there because that wants to hit up against there, so otherwise that thing won't go up into that pin. And I gotta take that bracket loose and slide that over because yeah, otherwise that won't work. And I don't know, I might have to nudge that one out just a little bit more, then it should work. And like my brother, he had to get some new tips for this. And yeah, I don't think I mentioned it. I think some of you are probably wondering, why don't we use the 4240? Well, we don't want to use the 4240 because, for one thing, this cultivator here is very heavy. It's a Glencoe brand cultivator. I don't see the tag on it here, but it is a Glencoe brand cultivator. It's very heavy. If anybody remembers, if you and if you don't know, you can go way back in my videos. We used to have a John Deere 4840. We used to put that on here, and even that thing, it was a brute. It was, you know, lighten up the front end of that thing a little bit. So this is a heavy cultivator, so that's why the 4240 probably wouldn't lift it. And we do have an 8-row Danish tine or S-tine cultivator that we can use, and that would work on the 4240. But the problem is the stroke control valve on there is kind of sticky, and it seems like when we use a 3-point hitch on there, it acts up worse. We need to get the stroke control valve housing off, or just the whole hydraulic pump off, and either get a rebuilt pump or just have part of it gone through or whatever. But that's why we're not going to use that. So we're going to use this, and if we could get that quick hitch to work on here, you'll make it fast and easy to unhook this thing. So that's kind of what kind of the story here is. What we're going to do is try to get that thing to work on here, and hopefully it will. Well, there. Well, we sort of got it hooked up. It's not 100% ready to go yet. We got to make some more fine-tune adjustments, but we're just gonna take it down up in the farmyard up there and do the final adjustments up there. I brought my air tank out here, and I'm all out of air because I don't have a cordless impact, so I'd use the air impact. So we're gonna take it up there in the yard and do the final adjustments, and then we could get it right. But it'll just be better if we do it up there in the yard and get it right. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, now that we got it up here in the yard, what we need to do, obviously these things here are supposed to be dropped down in that little groove there, but they won't, because this thing here, this, I don't know, we might have to take the torch and blow that out a little bit bigger, because I don't think we could raise this thing up to there. And so we're gonna have to do a little thing. It looks like somebody one time took and blew that hole out right there, but we're gonna have to do something here. And then we do that, and then we got to put these Pioneer tips on and grease it. And this tire needs some air in it. It's just flat on one side here, so I'll put a little air in there, and it got a slow leak on it. And just said we haven't used this whole thing for a year. Last time we used this cultivator was in 2018. We didn't use it last year. We didn't need to. This year, I think, well, obviously we're gonna use it this year. We plan to use this one over in that one field that's 12 miles from here. My brother, when he went to town, he stopped over and looked at it. We got some rain on that field, so the corn that was planted, we had some corn that was planted into some sod, some stuff we broke up, and that was a little bit further behind than the other stuff over there. So, but yeah, we'll get this thing finished up here and have it ready to go. Well, basically this thing is ready to go. I don't think any of these shovels need to be replaced. I mean, I think they're good enough for now. And there's maybe one, I don't know. I don't know if the guy should replace these two here, maybe, I don't know. I'll have to see here. Replace those two, but it's greased up. But I don't know if you caught it on the time-lapse part here. Maybe it happened so fast, but this hose blew out right here. Got a little hole right there. So I think we're actually just gonna replace both these hoses, and we're gonna replace these hoses here too, because they're not the greatest hoses here either. Those are fine. Other than that, it's ready to go. We got it set here right, so it should work. So it's set for quick, so if we do gotta unhitch it quickly, we can unhitch it quickly, and it's not gonna move. I mean, it's pretty solid, but this thing, it is heavy. It is a heavy old brute of a cultivator, let me tell you. I mean, you'll feel it in that tractor bouncing or moving around. You'll feel it and stuff. But yeah, only thing is, let me show you here, this one, I think we're gonna have to replace one of these one of these gauge wheels over here. This one here, I think the rubber is pretty bad on here, and I know you can replace the rubber or replace the whole wheel. I'm not for sure. This wheel isn't very good. I don't know. We got a junked Glencoe cultivator. We might just take a whole new gauge wheel off and do it that way. And I know we do have a couple spare of these on hand that are off already, that are brand new. And then we've got that one junk Glencoe 4-row cultivator too if we need more. So it's very rare that you break those, but sometimes you do. But like I say, this thing, it is heavy. Yeah, sometimes it would be nice to get a little newer cultivator, but it's hard to find these wide runs. This one obviously is set for 38. So anyways, we're gonna go. I wanted to go up and show you guys the bean field that we planted the other day. We'll go check that out and see how the beans are going. So we'll run up there here shortly and go do that. Oh my, excuse me. Okay, here we are. Oh, got a pothole there. Oh man. Yep, so this is the field we planted. What day was it last week? Was it Thursday? Yeah, there's always a few spots that we didn't, somehow I don't know what the deal is with my brother. When he was disking, if you didn't get the disc width set right with the GPS, or if it just missed it in the middle, it probably should have been disked another time, but we'll get it when we cultivate it. So anyways, what you guys are probably wondering is these beans have sprouted. They should. Look at how far down the moisture went here. And there we go. There they are. They're all puffed up. That one's just starting to put out a sprout. So, yep. It was a gamble planting this field. It was a gamble doing this replant on here, but I guess it was a gamble that paid off. But that's why I don't go to the casino to go gambling, because your chances at winning on farming are better than going to the casino and doing it. So yeah, so that's good. I'm just so thankful that we got some rain. I am so thankful. I was like, yesterday I checked this, and honestly I didn't know if we were gonna get any rain or not, but I'm glad we did. I mean, it was a tough decision to redo this, but I'm glad we did. If we hadn't, you know, there's some of that seed that was in the ground earlier, it just ended up rotting in the ground, and it wouldn't have sprouted anyways. So, but everything needed it. So we'll get this thing. That way everything out in this field comes up evenly, and we can cultivate it. You know, even, it'll just work out so much better. And last year we did it. Like I say, last year we planted the 26th of June. This year was the 25th of June. So yeah. So anyways, I gotta go back home and grab a bite to eat. Then we gotta start with chores. Finished gotta put the silage on the feeder wagon for the milk cows, and tomorrow we'll finish up with the cultivator, replace those hoses and get that. If it's dry enough, we'll get it going. If it's still too wet tomorrow to cultivate, I gotta set the knives up in the cutter. I don't want to do that job. I'm dreading it, but I gotta do it. So anyways, yeah, you see the cows are heading back up to the main cow lot. I guess they've had their grazing. We gotta, I think tomorrow we're gonna move the cows to another paddock. Not to this one, but to another one. This was the only thing that was growing out here was alfalfa, basically alfalfa and some clover, until we got this rain. Now the grass will come back again. But yeah, and if anybody's wondering, we do graze our bred heifers. They do go out in pasture, so we let them out there every day, just like the milk cows do. They go out there. We don't let our dry cows out on pasture because there is a special clause in the USDA organic rules that said if your dry cows are in a special ration, they don't have to go out to pasture, and it's okay with their certifier. We've talked to them about it and they're okay with it. We get inspected every year. We have to follow all these rules and regulations, and if we don't, we get in trouble. So we know we have to follow them. We know what the consequences are for not following all the rules, so we have to follow them. So they're out there. So anyways, I think I'm gonna call this it for this video. Otherwise it might get too long. And boy, was the weatherman wrong. It wasn't supposed to rain last night. It was supposed to get up to 94 degrees today, which never did. I think it only got up to 80, in the low 80s. Man, the weatherman was wrong. So I gotta go. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Organic Dairyman. And have a good evening, and take care, and I'll catch you later.